Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nikolai. Today I want to talk about the Houston Outlaws. This was recommended to me by Garret Krauk. So big thank you to you, Garret. If you have any recommendations for me, you can email me at nikolai518@gmail.com. That would be the best way to get that to me, but you can also leave it down in the comments section. So everybody knows that my favorite Overwatch team is New York Excelsior, but I lived in Texas for a couple years when I was a game master for Blizzard. So I do have a lot of love for Texas teams, even outside of the esports. I think their icon is really badass. It's the skull, but it's actually two shotguns. Like props to whoever came up with that. That's really cool. The Houston Outlaws is the team representing Houston, Texas, USA in the Overwatch League. The team is owned by Hector Rodriguez, the owner and CEO of Optic Gaming. So let's check that out. Here's Hector's Twitter. He almost has 1 million followers on Twitter. That's crazy. So he's heavily involved in the video game industry. He's doing his thing, and props to him for starting his own team. To get to like the wins and losses of the team, there's only one season. So, things can definitely change going forward. They can have better or worse seasons, but here's where we're at right now. Overall, they have 22 wins and 21 losses, giving them a 51.16% win percentage. Is that good? Yeah. If anything in the green is good, no matter how small the chunk may be. If you made 5 cents today, fine. That's great. It's better than losing 5 cents. And I kind of take that philosophy with win percentages as well. So they have a better win percentage than lose percentage. So props to them. It's still only the first season. They could bring that all the way up to 70% next season. We'll just have to see how things play out. But right now, I think they're doing okay. I think that they could do better in the next season. The Houston Outlaws also have a Twitter page. What's cool about right now is that the World Cup is going on. So they tweeted out just about an hour ago. It was a great weekend for the Outlaws. Muma, Bonnie, and Raucus all popped off for their respective countries during the World Cup group stage, with all three qualifying for BlizzCon. And then if you go down here, they retweeted something that Raucus said. He says, "We're going to BlizzCon with a 3-1 victory over Team Canada. Feels good to get that win over my fellow teammate Bonnie. You played really well. The whole team is going to work really hard to prove that we're the best country. USA, USA, USA." So I'm definitely rooting for USA. Props to Raucus for doing very well. They beat Switzerland. Easy. Breeze. I don't even think Switzerland took a game. And then they just beat Canada, which is arguably one of the better teams. So props to them for doing that, and I'm definitely rooting for them to win the whole thing. Another cool announcement that was made back in May of this year was that the Houston Outlaws signed T-Mobile as the official sponsor for the Overwatch League esports team. If we scroll down a little bit, the T-Mobile sponsorship of the Houston Outlaws represents the first sponsorship agreement for the Overwatch League team, which has garnered a dedicated fan base online through the active social media outreach, in-person fan events, and a popular series of YouTube videos. This agreement gives T-Mobile more inroads to reach the dedicated young audience of the Overwatch League, which boasts more than 930,000 followers on the streaming platform Twitch. So that's a lot. It's almost 1 million. So props to them. If I ever made a business agreement with somebody and I was like, "Hey, I want to work with you," and they were like, "Sure. Oh yeah, by the way, we also have almost 1 million people supporting us," I'd be like, if I could just harness 1 or 2% of that, I'd be doing pretty well. So T-Mobile's definitely got some things going on, and congrats to the Houston Outlaws for getting that all set up. As far as roster changes go, I made a video about the Shanghai Dragons where they pretty much gutted the entire team, and they're working on that. But Houston Outlaws is kind of different. So September 2nd, which was about over a week ago, just over an hour ago, the Houston Outlaws announced on their Twitter fan page they would be releasing tank player Russell FCTFCTN Campbell from their active roster to the free agency. Prior to the signing with the Houston Outlaws, I played on Team USA for the 2017 Overwatch Cup and FaZe Clan. So they always do it in a respectful manner, and I can appreciate that. Today we announced that we have parted ways with FCTFCTN. Thank you so much for your time here, Russell. You are a great teammate and friend, and we wish you the best of luck moving forward. Best way to do it. Don't burn any bridges. Be very respectful, and move on. Maybe in the future he'll improve and they'll want him back. Cool. So this is currently the roster. If you go to the website, the Overwatch League website, and you click on the Houston Outlaws. So here is the active roster. They got 9 players, which is pretty good. 6 obviously play at a time, so they can mix and match here and there. I'll definitely try to find out more information if this is a newer player. They don't have any picture up or anything like that. But everybody else, and I think that's really cool that they have all their little links down below. Here is Raucus, playing for the U.S. team, so shout out to him. And here's just some Reddit information. Couldn't find too much information, more information on Reddit, but it's always a good source just to kind of check out. So that's the overview of the Houston Outlaws right now. Overall, I think they are a very good team. I'm looking forward to see what they can accomplish in Season 2. And like I said, if you have any recommendations or if you want me to cover your Overwatch team, just let me know. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.